Thousands of free-to-play games are released on the Google Play Store every year. We know it's impossible to pick which titles are worth playing, so we narrowed it down. Presenting the 10 best free Android games of 2020, all arranged by PlayScore. Visit our website at whattoplay.com to see the complete list. You can also take part in our rankings by leaving reviews of the games that you played. Link in the description box below. Number 10. Hidden Survivor. Some games on the mobile can be really weird, and sometimes that's the thing that sets them apart. Dominate the gym-like battlefield by becoming one with the environment while strategically racing to the revival potion to catch all the hidden humans. Who knows what the developers had to go through to think up a concept like that, but thankfully it works. An odd fusion of tag and battle royale, there's an addictive casualness to the 3-minute explore matches that yield resources useful for the greater scheme of keeping your survivors alive. For a simple free-to-play game, there's a lot going on, and it does this beautifully. Touch Tap Play might have wanted a few more game modes, but for them, the core loop of exploring and upgrading should keep you busy for a while. It has a play score of 8.19. Number 9. Evil Hunter Tycoon, non-stop fighting and building. A game that overturns the idea of a regular RPG. In a fantasy universe overseen by a Dark Lord, it's up to the players to take it back from evil. But it's unlike the other games where we get to be the noble adventurers choosing classes and going one-on-one with the monsters. Here we're merely the managers of a grim yet detailed pixel town that welcomes adventurers to train well against the evil upon it. Take everything that they bring to you and turn it into a true hero's paradise. With so many resources to manage, it lends a surprising depth to the gameplay. On the other hand, it's also a free-to-play title that suffers from a lot of grinding that's only answered by their many in-app purchases. Still, for the Italian review site Multiplayer, it is above all its brilliant basic idea that holds Evil Hunter Tycoon together. A play score of 8.19. Number 8. Overworld Legends. More pixel RPGs, but this time in a more familiar action-packed format. This ARPG from Chili Room takes where the fights are, whether it's in Zen patios or grand underworld tombs. What will stay consistent is the excitement of their flashy, fast-paced combat. Thanks to its retro style, it almost feels like the beat-em-up games of yore, with straightforward action, lots of boss fights, and an arsenal of quirky weapons. The experience is only enhanced by its slick controls, which lets you slash through enemies using touch-based commands. It's not exactly deep, but it serves its purpose. As GameZebo's Harry Slater notes, it might not have the same depth as some of the other games in the genre, but it's surprisingly compulsive all the same. It has a play score of 8.2. Number 7. Pokemon Cafe Mix. Pokemon are cashing in on the never-ending appeal of their adorable pocket monsters. Here, they're more adorable than ever. Play as the manager of a Pokemon cafe and use your match 3 puzzle skills to serve better and better treats to your cute customers. What draws critics and gamers to the game is its lovely presentations, giving our favorite Pokemon a charming 2D cartoon style. The aesthetic will draw longtime fans to the series as well as little kids who just want more time with their favorite pocket pals. However, as cute as it is, it's a bit weighed down by their monotony of their puzzle making. Winning over more gamers than critics, it seems that this Pokemon title is still a Pokemon title, and it gets a play score of 8.27. Number 6. KartRider Rush Plus. KartRider Rush Plus is very much the exception to the rule that all free-to-play racers suck. Words from reviewers on 148 apps, and they're pretty good words to live by. The only racing game on our top ranks list, KartRider makes a pretty good impression from the outset. Graphically, it oozes personality with its adorable 3D cartoon aesthetics. There's just a nice polish to it, and it seems that's also reflected in its gameplay. On top of the straightforward race to the finish line, there's also solo and team item races as well as a story mode. Not only do the team races provide an alternative to the usual formula, it also spices up the already cutthroat competition. Providing a nice alternative to Mario Kart outside Nintendo systems, it's the title to beat with a play score of 8.31. Number 5. Creatures of Aether. Dan Fornes' Rivals of Aether was known for its vibrant pixel art style and elemental fighting. These still hold true in this new spin-off card game. After just a short tutorial, it gives you all the basics to enjoy its fast-paced matches. Get the most cards of the same color at the end and you'll win the battle. But with a few cards in your arsenal that mixes up the battles, it's always finding the right balance to complement the rest of your deck. From these simple mechanics, Creatures delivers hours of entertainment. As GameZevo notes, it pops and fizzes in all the right ways. It's the perfect card game for those little mobile moments, and it'll suck you in for hours if you let it. It receives a play score of 8.34. Number 4. War Tortoise 2, Idle Exploration Shooter. A gorgeous mobile shooter that will cut you some slack. Set in a post-apocalypse of anthropomorphic animals, you can get to explore the world, slowly but surely on the backs of war tortoises. It's weird for sure, but it's also gorgeous. Get enemies in your crosshair and upgrade your heroes and pilots for better survival. As a free-to-play game, there will be a lot of good upgrades hidden behind their pricier currencies. This may not have won them a great deal of praise from critics. Many gamers seem satisfied with what this sequel offers, even if it means putting in some real money investment. The grind is real, but according to GameZevo's Harry Slater, if you're dipping in and out, you're going to be doing it with a smile on your face. It has a play score of 8.34. Number 3. Genshin Impact. One of the most talked about games this year. It may not have earned first spot, it has definitely earned its place in the hearts of many mobile gamers. And that's despite how much it might heat up a common Android phone. What we get in return though is an experience within its living, breathing universe. There's so much detail in the world that it's even compared to Nintendo's Legend of Zelda. To have all of it as a free-to-play game is only the cherry on top of a truly delicious experience. 148 Apps Campbell Bird weighs in, saying, "There's nothing about Genshin Impact's business model that is new or praiseworthy, but it thankfully does not get in the way of enjoying what is otherwise a legitimately amazing open-world adventure." It has a play score of 8.38. Number 2. Legends of Runeterra. For the more experienced card gamers, Riot's new venture into the world of CCG is the game of choice this year, perhaps even for years to come. Not entirely new, it packs up the champions of their flagship MOBA and using their skills as powers in turn-based battles. Coupled with Riot's usual polished production, there's also just a dynamic feel to Legends gameplay. Their spells and champions have powers that stir up the usual rigid formula of CCGs and makes its battles more conversational than ever. Thanks to their many factions, there's a lot of variety in their cards, meaning there's an array of combinations to explore. Pocket Tactics' Sean Martin calls it a fantastic deck builder, and I think as a play experience, it is probably the best on mobile. It has a play score of 8.64. And the best free Android game this year is Sky, Children of the Light. Android gamers may have had to wait a little longer for that game company's masterpiece of an adventure, but it's getting the same kind of love as it did on the iOS. This year has been packed with amazing open-world adventures, but where Genshin Impact does it with a world full of detail, Sky does it with a universe soaked in meaningful minimalism. It carries us on an adventure as Children of the Light who are tasked to return the stars to the constellations and restore the balance in their world. As such, it's a quiet endeavor. Still from Sean Martin, with a touch of Endless Runner, a dash of MMO, and just a sprinkling of puzzles, Sky Children of the Light soars to lofty heights. One of the best games on the mobile, now on both platforms, it has a play score of 8.97.